So welcome to the Whiskey Vault. It's the dry week is over.
Yeah.
We're back to whiskey.
Back to whiskey.
Now, for those of you keeping track, we're shooting this video
On the Monday before the dry week.
prior to dry week so that it would be ready.
Because it's been more than once where we shoot up to dry week and then do the dry week and then realize in the midst of dry week,
Oh no!
we have no whiskey review.
Which usually means we have to get up super early on the first day after dry week and shoot when the lighting's bad.
Right.
And then Chad has like 1 hour to edit the whole thing.
Here's the most embarrassing part though.
Yeah.
It's happened more than once.
Yeah, it really has. Okay, so this is Cardhu.
Game of Thrones whiskey.
Yeah, we're doing Game of Thrones. This is Cardhu. This is the House of Targaryen?
Hold on.
I've never actually watched Game of Thrones.
Keep trying. He was trying
Targaryen? Is that close?
Targaryen.
Targaryen?
Yeah.
That is not Targaryen.
Targaryen.
All right,
How is it not Targaryen? It's only...
It's Targaryen. All right,
Targaryen.
whatever. Now, I was going to say, I was reading the back of this, and, you know, this is Diageo released all of these.
Yeah.
And I thought, well... Isn't this the girl who trains dragons in the... Because here's what I know about Game of Thrones. I YouTube all of the most brutal scenes just to see what everyone's freaking out about. So I saw like where everyone died. People were like, did you see what happened? I'm like, what happened? So I go look it up.
Hold on. So for somebody that has...
I've never watched an episode.
For somebody that has basically... You're the Mary Poppins guy of content.
Yeah.
For you to know, oh, it's just too much, it's too brutal.
It is.
But to specifically go out and seek the most brutal parts.
You know how I do it though? No sound, and I don't know who any of the people are. So I've got no emotional skin in the game. I don't care who's dying. So okay, what I was gonna say is, she's the dragon girl. Why is this not a smoky whiskey?
We'll see. Maybe
it's not. It's Cardhu.
Maybe they put smoke in a Cardhu.
And then I read the back of the label.
Oh my God! Quit talking about stuff you know nothing about.
No. I read the back.
I need you to tell me something.
This is whiskey things.
I need you. No, this is Game of Thrones things.
No,
and you know nothing about.
I'm about to tell you.
You know nothing about Game of Thrones. So the Game of Thrones series. Tell me.
Yeah.
In the Game of Thrones series, did they just relabel existing whiskeys without doing any changes?
Yes.
Okay.
But no. Yes and no.
Right.
They used distilleries that we all know. They selected casks from those distilleries to be exclusively released for this.
Now, they would have to select a tremendous number of casks for a release like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So really, they just say, hey, Cardhu, give us the meaty part of your bell curve.
No, casks. No, it's still special release. It's hard to get. They're mostly sold out. Like, I only have 7 of the 9.
Right.
Because I couldn't find the other 2. They're sold out.
Asterisk though. Special release because the casks are in fact distinctive, or the packaging and the label is the most distinctive thing.
No, the casks they limited their selection, so they only have a certain amount of bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not an ongoing thing. You know what we're going to do though? We're going to compare it to the regular Cardhu.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I was going to say, I read the back of this. I figured out why they selected that house for Cardhu.
Targaryen, yeah.
Because it's a girl that leads the House of Targaryen, and it was Helen Cummings and her daughter-in-law Elizabeth were whiskey pioneers in the history of Cardhu's distillery. So a women-led effort.
Yeah.
Big whiskey pioneers in the 1800s.
Yep.
So they attached that to the woman-led army of dragons.
Right on. I get that. All right, so on the nose.
See, it was about whiskey. Ha ha.
On the nose.
Cardhu, to me, always, the standard 12.
Prunes, figs, and honey.
Yeah, it was honey, but it's also kind of musty, malty. Like almost a yeasty, bready smell.
I get that.
And I also get cut grass. Always get that from like hay, right? Like, or fresh cut hay. And I'm getting it from this one. Now, they call this Cardhu Gold Reserve. That doesn't really mean anything.
So,
it's not a regulated term.
You know the hand of...
Like, talk to the hand?
No. The hand, like the right hand man of the Targaryen chick here.
Yeah, it's Daenerys?
Yeah, Daenerys.
Daenerys. If you're going by...
Daenerys Targaryen.
Okay, Daenerys Targaryen, yes.
Her right hand man.
Yeah.
Also my right hand man, Peter Dinklage. I have something in common.
No.
I have something in common.
If I was as cool as Peter Dinklage, we would have a very different show.
Rich, fruity, vibrant, not...
Yeah, there's an aftertaste to that that's strange.
Not at all aggressive or smoky or, bitey. It's just
There's a slight rubbery finish.
it's a relatively low proof.
Did you get that? A slight rubbery finish to the aftertaste.
I've gotten one sip in. This is 40%.
Yeah.
But it's a flavorful 40%. Now the Cardhu 12, the regular Cardhu you're pulling out.
Yeah, it's all honey and flowers and
things.
things.
Is this a 40% too?
12-year-old Cardhu, also 40%.
Well, you know what though? My second sip, not nearly as interesting. I immediately acclimated. The honey and the figs and the prunes are toned down quite a bit, but that I don't think it's rubber, but I get what you mean by
there's something
that finish being.
It's weird. Okay, so same nose, but more musty and deeper, darker, fruity.
Is it the barrel ashy char type of?
This doesn't have that finish.
It doesn't.
Yeah, the 12 is the same whiskey without that finish. The Cardhu Gold Reserve is this whiskey, but with a weird finish that I can't quite wrap my head around.
So this is just the standard Cardhu. There is a slight difference in the color here. You see this? A little bit more gold and orange on this, and a little more gold and yellow on the regular
what it
Cardhu.
is. It's bitter. Whatever it is, the finish is bitter.
Right.
Cardhu's owned by Johnny Walker. It goes into all their blends, or a lot of their blends.
So, yeah, man, at that first blush of a sip on this,
It's the best moment.
it was the best moment.
And then after that, it's meh. So remember when I did the Space Side Deluxe calendar for Christmas? They are all much more interesting
You know
than
what?
this.
I should have done blind tastings for your advent calendar
And
this year.
every episode, like, is this Space Side? I'm like,
Space Side?
yes, damn it.
Nailed it.
Yes, it is.
Nailed it. They are different though. What's interesting is how these. There's a lot of similarities, obviously, it's Cardhu, but there's definitely a variation between these two things.
I'm adding water to your 40%. And it is darker. I wonder if it has some older whiskeys in it.
Yeah, this for me. I think their market for this whiskey, they're going to really be speaking to that market of it being sweet, kind of fruity, not loud and overwhelming with any single flavor. It's decent.
If you like any Cardhu, you're gonna like this.
Right.
Adding a little bit of water brought it out. It's barrel. It's the barrel tannins.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a barrel bitterness.
Yeah.
That once you add water, it crystallizes as barrel spice. Before that, it's sort of buried in sugar, and so it's really quiet. Then the water cracks it and brings that to the surface.
I got mine mixed up. Is this the regular Cardhu?
This is the regular Cardhu.
Okay, it's the regular Cardhu. I like the regular Cardhu a little bit better.
Yeah, me too.
Just a little bit. It's got, on the finish, it swells up to be very floral. Very floral, and then you're left with that a bit more than what you're left with on the Game of Thrones. I'm going to wait for a dragon to come and just...
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah, but for the market, I think the casual whiskey drinker that wants to find an excuse to get into whiskey, they're really into Game of Thrones, they're going to try this out.
It'll work.
It's not going to hurt them. I think this is probably nice for the casual
I'm
whiskey
betting
drinker.
money that they're going to want to go to the Dalwhinnie or this one if they're starting new to Scotch.
You know what?
And we're going to do Dalwhinnie tomorrow.
So, I'm very curious to see if any single one of these Game of Thrones releases has any element that I would consider peaty, smoky, challenging.
Yeah. So we've got Kleinlich coming, we've got Talisker, and we've got Oban.
So they
now,
actually...
here's the thing is, I can't find the Talisker or the Oban. They're both nowhere to be found. We waited too long to buy them, and they're gone. So...
Why do we even have a show?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. 2019 sucks.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.